Good morning. This is Father Richard Aguilar, and it's Wednesday's Word, October 27th, 2010, the ministry of the Episcopal Church of Miami Lakes. This Sunday, October 31st, is Halloween, so that's why I'm dressed this way. Halloween, a time in which there's trick and treating, a time in which there's a difference between the sacred and the profane, in which both of those come together and even are separated. And that's the point of Halloween. For Halloween has its origins in the Christian church, in the wisdom of the church hundreds of years ago, through the Celtics, the ancient peoples of Scotland, Ireland, and Wales. They would come together on November 1st and celebrate all the dead as a way to not be afraid of death. The church in her wisdom took that day and called it All Saints' Day, All Holies' Day, All Hallows' Day. Therefore, the night before became All Hallows' Eve, Halloween. In another part of the world, in Mexico, the ancient peoples from that land had a celebration similar to the Celtics on November 2nd. Again, to say no to death, to say no to evil, to say no to monsters, to say no to anything that is dark and anything that is apart from God. Then, that day was called the Day of the Dead, or Dia de los Muertos. Isn't it interesting that God always reminds us to point to the sacred, to point to what is holy, to celebrate life, and therefore that is what we do at Halloween. And we may give our children permission to go trick or treating. That's what life has. Both tricks and both treats. The prayer, though, is that we trust one another enough to be able to love our children, to be able to trick with humor, and to be able to treat with love, and ultimately to trust one another as God invites us to trust. Therefore, let us celebrate Halloween. Let us celebrate life. Let us celebrate all the saints. And let us celebrate God, who gives us life, who gives us a sense of humor, and who tells us, indeed, that we are always God's people. Amen.